MLJ Porter News, where today we will be interviewing Bobby and his family over his obsessive toy car disease. To interview Bobby's dad and get the latest on why this condition started. Follow me.
What do you want?
Hi, sir. We're here from the MLJ production, and we wanted to interview you over Bobby,
Who's Bobby?
your son, sir.
Oh, that kid. Come on in.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Liliana.
Nice to meet you, Jan.
Hello, sir. So I'm going to start the interview off with asking you, how are things at home? Sir. I asked you, how are things at home, sir?
They're all right.
They're all right. All right. And how I have some questions about Bobby. How old is Bobby?
Who's Bobby?
Bobby's your son, sir.
I think he's 7.
You think he's 7, sir? According to the records, he's 12 years old.
That's why he's bigger than all the other kids.
Obviously, sir. So, sir, I want to ask you, about your career, about your employment, about how all of that is going.
Well, sometimes I work and sometimes I just grab a cold beer and sit down on the couch.
Oh, I see. And so, how is Bobby doing at school? How are his grades? His homework?
I don't even know if he goes to school, so.
You don't know? Oh, wow. Okay, great. So, sir, I wanted to ask you personally yourself, how are you doing? How is your situation by yourself, not including Bobby?
Yeah, well, I got Bobby, but my wife left me and.
Oh, your wife left you? Oh, I'm sorry. Why is that, sir? That's all too personal.
Well, she said I had a drinking problem, but I don't drink. It's been a whole 6 minutes, so.
A whole 6 minutes. Oh, wow. Okay, that's impressive.
I know.
Yeah. All right, sir. So, thank you so much for letting us interview you. You obviously don't know much about Bobby. Maybe this is the root of his condition.
No, it's not me.
It's not you. All righty, sir. Have you ever tried helping him, getting him treatment or anything?
Yeah.
How?
I took him to the doctor once.
You can't take a 12-year-old to the doctor once, sir.
Well, he went and nothing worked for him, so I tried whooping him, but he didn't respond to that either.
Wow. I think we've had enough with your interview. I think we're ready to interview Bobby and try helping him actual help, though, not just whoopings.
Why aren't you normal, Bobby? I hate you. Why can't you swing all threes like me? I used to do this all the time.
Bobby? Bobby? Bobby! And as you see here, we're next to Bobby. He obviously has issues with the cars. Bobby? Can you hear me, Bobby? Bobby, can you listen? Do you understand Bobby? Do you understand what I'm saying? As you can see, today's interviewing day with Bobby and his father were very unsuccessful. So, we will be coming back with more questions, more details, and more investigation on Bobby's chronic disease.
Audio Jungle.
MLJ Porter News needed answers, so we contacted a doctor that has been doing research on Bobby's condition for months now. Here's what she has to say.
In recent studies, I have come to the conclusion that Bobby is a smart boy. His obsession with toy cars and poor communication skills derives from his fascination with the lack of conservation of momentum when the cars crash. Let me explain. Conservation of momentum is a fundamental law of physics which states that the momentum of a system is constant if there are no external forces acting on the system. It is embodied in the law of inertia, which is Newton's first law of motion. Unfortunately, in the real world, there are outside factors that can affect the outcome, proving to make this law untrue. In order to test the conservation of momentum, we will need to find the momentum going in and out of the crash. The variable p is used to represent momentum since m is used for mass. We will be using the formula P equals V times m, where V is velocity and m is mass. To find the velocity, we will be using the app Veneer Video Physics. To find the mass, we will weigh the cars and then convert the weight to kilograms. We first found the weight of the cars in pounds. Then we took that weight to find the mass in kilograms and we divided by 2.2. In this video clip, Bobby has the toy cars placed 1 meter apart. We have slowed the video down to show you the impact of the crash. As you can see, when the cars crashed, the white car came to a stop while the truck flipped and had an upward velocity. We have calculated the velocity of the white car going into the crash. As you can see on the graph, the white car has an average velocity of 1.6 meters per second going into the crash. Since we now have the velocity, we are able to calculate the momentum going into the crash. Here we have calculated the velocity of the black truck going into the crash. As you can see on the graph, the black truck had an average velocity of 1.4 meters per second going into the crash. Since we have the velocity, we are able to now calculate the momentum going into the crash. As we noted earlier, the white car came to a complete stop, so we won't have to calculate the velocity leaving the crash. It will be noted as 0. Since the velocity was noted as 0, anything times 0 is 0, making the momentum for the white car leaving the crash 0. Upon impact, the black truck had an outward velocity, only it wasn't horizontal, it was vertical. As you can see on the graph, the black truck's vertical velocity can be noted as 1.2 meters per second. Now that we have the vertical velocity, we are able to calculate the new momentum. So, as you can see, the momentum leaving the crash is not the same as the momentum that went into the crash. This can be due to a couple of factors. As you can see in the clip, the hood of the truck flew off. The hood has its own momentum. Maybe if we calculated its momentum and added it to the total momentum leaving the crash, the conservation of momentum might have been proven true. Another factor is friction. Although the force of friction wouldn't be that great, it still plays a role in altering the result.
After all this research, Bobby's dad finally realized he needed to stop drinking to help Bobby get better.
Hey Billy, Bobby. I knew that. Well, I'm tired of you being a retard, so I'm gonna stop drinking. Yeah, that shit on there. There you go.
Now for some background behind the camera footage.
How much do you squat, cuz? Siéntate, animal.
Probably squats me just like Willis.
Siéntate, animal. Bien, bien, bien. Venga.
ML. I'm just being retarded now. Welcome to JL.
What's up, Bobby's dad?
What's up, Hans?
So, how you doing, man? Are you drinking already, man? It's barely 8. Come on, dude.
What's up? Not the same.
Dude, come on, like, dude, it's just me and you. Just talk to me. Like, why is Bobby like this? It's your fault.